It's Thursday, November the 3rd, 2016, and this is your Barbados Today evening update. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. Topping the news at this hour, there's been a suspension of industrial action against government, at least until Monday. That was the message which General Secretary of the National Union of Public Workers, Ralston Smith, conveyed to reporters as she and other union leaders emerged from about 2 hours of talks with officials of the Personnel Administration Division and the Public Service Commission this morning. Smith said if by Monday the union does not get a satisfactory response from the Commission to its demands for the reinstatement of Akani McDowell to Acting Health Planning Officer 1, a senior position he held before being sent back to his substantive post of Environmental Health Assistant 1, planned industrial action would go ahead.
We're able to put our position to the CPO, and we've asked her to take that back to the Public Service Commission, hopefully by Monday, and we will await the response to our position.
How confident are you coming out of the talks?
I'm confident enough that errors were made, and we just need to have them corrected. So going forward, we will continue to engage our membership pending the outcome next week. We'll continue to meet with our members, and if the response is not what we're anticipating, then we will continue with our action.
A leading personal wealth manager is today expressing fears that this country's increasing debt could pose challenges to investors. Addressing the 7th annual Fortress Fund Managers meeting at Frank Collmer Hall last night, Roger Cave said the situation is made worse by the Central Bank of Barbados resorting to the printing of money to close gaps in government's financing.
And in 2009, Barbados was an A-rated country. We were rated A3. In 2016, we have had 10 notches declines to now be rated CAA1. That means it's non-investment grade and substantial risks. For us as institutional investors, for many places in the world, many mandates do not permit you to invest in non-investment grade securities. So it's a real challenge, and for us here as Barbadians, this is a significant concern. What is causing these downgrades? Well, primarily it is our debt, and our debt continues to go.
Event promoters are warning of declines in party events across the island as a result of the enforcement of the 17.5% value-added tax, that's VAT, on complimentary tickets, as they renew their call for an ease. This means promoters have to pay that 17.5% VAT on complimentary tickets at the lowest ticket price, in some cases as low as $5 or $2 as complimentary. However, veteran events promoter Al Gilts, who was the first to make his concerns known exactly 2 years ago, told Barbados Today that as far as he was concerned, it was still an outstanding matter for which he was hoping for a resolution in the favor of promoters. In sports now, Craig Brathwaite became the first opener to be unbeaten in both innings of a test as he led West Indies to an absorbing 5-wicket win over Pakistan in Sharjah this morning, their first test win outside the West Indies and Bangladesh since 2007. It was also West Indies' first win in 14 tests and their first under the captaincy of Jason Holder. Brathwaite said afterwards the win would be a morale booster for the team.
Well, it will do a lot for the team. Also, the guys very happy. And we know what we did to win. So I think it's key, going forward. We continue to work towards that goal. And, put in the necessary, stuff we have to do to get wins. Because we got to win, so we know what we have to do. We know what we did as a part of to stay positive and to get more wins in the future.
Captain Holder was also over the moon at the win, describing it as a huge monkey off the team's back.
I think if I could sum up my feelings right now in one word, I'd just say proud. Proud of the character which you guys showed, proud of the fight they showed. On the back of a lot of criticism here and there, it's been a tough year. And for the guys to come out in this last test match and perform the way they did, and not only in this test match, I thought we were very competitive the entire series, just to show that commitment, that willpower and that never say die attitude. Just really, really commendable, and just makes me feel really proud.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
God, these papers ain't selling at all. Get your paper. Only $2.25. Get your paper, miss. Look, take it. I can pay for it. Barbados today, all the way.
The Barbados Today, news you can trust.
Christmas will be the best Belgian Christmas for we. Maisie, it is all because Republic Bank just like Santa Claus. Maisie fix up the kitchen and a new TV we get in. A special time to commemorate. Republic will help you celebrate.
Get ready to celebrate 50 years of independence right through to the best Bajan Christmas ever with a Make It Happen loan of up to $50,000 from Republic Bank. Give your home a good old Bajan spooser, buy some new furniture and appliances, or take an after-holiday trip to visit loved ones over and away. You could also be one of our lucky winners to share in fabulous prizes. Just visit any branch to apply. Go to republicbarbados.com or call us at 227-2700. We're also available via Skype and FaceTime. Special conditions apply.
In Bajan style, it will be great with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back with news from the region now. Antiguans and Barbudans are feeling a lot better about the crime situation and the government's handling of the economy. Their views are reflected in the latest poll conducted by the Barbados-based Caribbean Development Research Services, or CADRES, and the Lightbird reports from St. John's.
A variety of issues accounted for the contrasting fortunes of the two major political parties in the last general elections. So in asking an open-ended question as to what issues are Antiguans most concerned with at this time, the CADRES poll was able to determine the major concerns of voters. The top three, in descending order, were unemployment, cost of living, and the economy. Together, they accounted for 58% of persons polled and shows that 2/3 of Antiguans are concerned about bread and butter issues. The environment and social services were the least of their worries, as only 2% raised these issues as matters of concern. The remainder was split between corruption, roads and other, youth concerns, leadership, housing, unemployment, and crime. CADRES got the views of Antiguans on some of these issues back in 2013, prior to the last general elections. So how does that poll compare on these matters with the most recent exercise? Well, it's even Stevens on the unemployment issue, where the 26% still feeling the same way now as they did back in 2013. But on the other three issues, Antiguans are feeling better according to the figures.
And on the international scene, a British court ruled today that the government needs parliamentary approval to start the process of leaving the European Union, potentially delaying Prime Minister Theresa May's Brexit plans. Brexit Secretary David Davis said the government will appeal against the ruling by England's High Court, and Britain's Supreme Court is expected to consider the appeal early next month.
This was a decision of the British people. That decision was taken after a 6-1 vote in the Commons to give the decision to the British people. So that's why we're appealing it. We're appealing it intending to win that appeal so that we can deliver the best deal for Britain. Best in jobs, best in investment, best in growth. That's what the government's about, delivering the mandate the people laid down in the best way, in the best national interest.
And that might be what the government believes, but judges in the High Court have said Parliament should be sovereign.
Well, Parliament is sovereign, has been sovereign, but of course the people are sovereign. The people are the ones who Parliament represent. 17.4 million of them, the biggest mandate in history, voted for us to leave the European Union. We're going to deliver on that mandate in the best way possible for the British national interest. Best in jobs, best in investment, best in growth. And we're going to do that. The people want us to get on with it. That's what we're going to do.
That's news and sports, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. Also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We are also on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 99 on Flow TV and Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic evening.